When given a choice between the major world powers of US and China, most citizens of the 10 countries that make up the Associations of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN preferred the US. Increased US engagement in the regions is behind this shift, say researchers at the Singapore-based ISEAS Yusof Ishak Institute.
Biden administration
In
kan
the last year, the Biden administration appointed an ambassador to ASEAN.
Jadi itu salah
So
satu
that is one level of commitment that makes him quite appreciated in ASEAN. Then last year, the US also launched IPEF. IPEF gave hope to ASEAN countries that the US is back.
Melaunch IPEF kan.
The US launched the IPEF, short for the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, in May 2022, not long after the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership favored by China went into effect. In its poll on the state of Southeast Asia released in February, the ISEAS Yusof Ishak Institute found that of more than 1,300 respondents, 61% preferred the US to China, while 38.9% preferred China. The previous year, the US had a smaller lead at 57%, compared with China 43%. Negative sentiment toward China was higher in countries with which it is engaged in territorial disputes.
This can be seen in Vietnam and the Philippines. If they are asked to choose between the US or China, these two countries will definitely choose the US because these two countries have the most intense disputes in the South China Sea against China.
However, in ASEAN's Muslim majority countries, Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia, China has the lead.
It's because ASEAN's Muslim countries still harbor negative sentiments towards the US, which is seen as still on Israel's side in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict.
But even in those countries, unease about China lingers, especially on security issues, and respondents didn't favor siding with China at the expense of relation with the US, says Siska Prabawaningtyas, an analyst at Paramadina University in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Indonesia should not get carried away with concerns like, if we decided to cooperate with China, it means we're part of their gang. That's not the way to think. We are working with China because we have common interests.
Beside the US and China rivalry, this year's ISEAS Yusof Ishak Institute survey also measures Southeast Asians' view on the Russian invasions of Ukraine, which most respondents condemn. Ahadian Utama, VOA News, Jakarta, Indonesia.